This is a teardown of some Cisco power injectors. They have different model part numbers, but I believe they are the same thing based on their ratings. So one says AIR-PWRINJ4. Yeah. Alright, we'll try that again. One says AIR-PWRINJ4, and the other one's 341-0212-01. And these are screwed together. Appears to just be normal Torx head screws, no weird security Torx. So I need to get the bit for that. And that's not going to work there. Put you there for now. That might be a T10 actually. Yeah, that's a T10. These things are cheap enough. It might be one of those things where it'd be worth salvaging for, oops, project case for electronics projects. I think they're worth like $10. It cost me at least $7 to ship. Another $1.60 in fees, so no money in it. Well, that's weird. Bouncing off the floor. Ooh, chunky. I think there's a screw under this label. I think they were sneaky. I did one top down. About to find out. These things have some good weight to them compared to modern PoE injectors. I mean, this isn't PoE, but still, some decent weight to them. No screws hidden on the top. I think it's snapped together. Yep, there we go. Oh, it's still holding on. I don't have my safety glasses. Just gonna close my eyes as I try to rip this apart. Probably should. There we go. Yeah, so there's clips on the side. Damn. Has one hell of a power supply. Oh, yeah, I ripped it with the label. Oh no, I can still see. 56 volts at 0.55 amps. So it's like, I don't know. I feel like doing the math. It's like 30 watts. But here's the board. I don't think it's been plugged in recently, so I'm gonna be a little careless here. Get out. It's not glued in, it's just wedged. Oh, that's cool. A little shielding on the bottom. So, yeah, just a standard switch mode power supply. Although there's a lot more filtering and other capacitors here than you would see in a normal unit, because I assume that they want really, good stability on the output, since this would be powering like Cisco access point basically. But I would assume that a lot of these are tied together for the output. Underside, this is mostly passives from the looks of it. This is glued down of all things. Let's see if I can get, ouch. Nails are too long. I bent it backwards briefly. Yeah, some passives. Pretty much, yeah, typical switch mode power supply though. I expect this one to be the same. This is also going to be a destructive teardown. So the gap in this is pretty tight. You would need something pretty thin and strong. I think if you wanted to open this up without destroying it, so these tabs here mate with the inside of the case. I busted them off, looks like, when they might still be there. I think I busted them off. I don't know. Yeah, it doesn't want to snap together properly. So if you wanted to get it off non-destructively, you probably have to squeeze the top of the case where those points are. It's pretty firm. Honestly, there's not really anything to service in it anyways. Oh. Oop, there we go. Close enough. These are so cheap. I don't know why you'd bother fixing it unless you already have the parts on hand and ouch, you need it that minute. Honestly, the hardware that runs off of these is probably so outdated that it doesn't even matter. Yeah, pretty much the exact same design. I don't see any meaningful differences other than maybe slightly different capacitors. And these capacitors are different. These are actually taller than this one. Otherwise, some ST microchips there, and that one's also ST. Yeah, they're both the same. P24 and F10, I think. But yeah, pretty much that's all there is to see, I think. Just maybe I can get a little side look into what that is. This one. That's about the best thing we're able to do. But yeah, hopefully that was interesting, and thanks for watching.